It's been several weeks since thousands of people were scouring the Pueblo area, but now the pepper has been found. We just landed at the airport where we spent the last couple hours watching the collaborative effort between the El Paso County Sheriff's Office and Colorado State Patrol, making sure people stay safe on the roads. It's a project that started in January and also earned U.S. Air Force Academy cadets gold in an international competition in Paris for Lyme disease research. It's no wonder they call themselves the Thunderbirds. As they take off, it sounds like the sky is ripping apart, but with all the ease of a bird taking flight.
It's hard to articulate the feelings that you have when you're in the jet, but it's just so much pressure on the body. But it's also so much precision at the same time.
During graduation week, the Thunderbirds swooping into town ahead of the big day to train. And this year, they took up gold medalist speed skater Apollo Ono.
He let me grab the joystick, and it was incredible. I still have like my legs a little bit wobbly. My emotions are a little bit all over the place, but it was awesome.
Ono is the most decorated American to compete in the Winter Olympics. With his speed in 2002, 2006, and 2010, he earned 8 medals, 2 gold, 2 silver, and 4 bronze. His career mirroring the fitness level it takes to fly with the Thunderbirds.
You have to be very physically fit. Obviously, Apollo is very well suited to that with being an Olympic athlete, and it was testament to how he did on the flight. He just did an incredible job hanging with, and it is a very physical endeavor, but he really crushed it.
But nothing can prepare you for the G-force, even if you like to go fast.
I don't think you can train for this. We all want to be strong and fit and healthy, but this is something that's really unique. I had never felt that type of pressure on my body.
Plus the power of the plane around you, which is why this is some of the hardest training pilots go through.
These pilots, they fly twice a day, 6 days a week with 1 day off, if we're lucky to get to do that. And it's a 100-ride upgrade in order to be able to do what they do proficiently.
Proficiently enough to be able to fly within mere feet of each other.
To get to the point where they can execute this demonstration not only safely, but to the point and level of precision to where it's that excellence in human achievement that people look up and they're just in awe.
The surreal experience of the flight of the Thunderbirds is something you do not want to miss. Reporting at Peterson Space Force Base, Rachel Saurer, Fox 21 News.
Fox 21's Rachel Saurer spoke with a man who says he feared for his life.
Yeah, Scott and Taylor, he tells me at least 4 people came to his door dressed as construction workers, asking he signed something on a clipboard. When he told them no, that's when he says they pulled a gun, and for the next hour or so, he was left wondering if he was going to make it out alive.
That's all I wanted. I think I'm never going to see my kids again.
Back on November 8th, Derek Seals says that was the only thing on his mind less than an hour after he answered the door on his grandfather's property in Pueblo County.
I open it, and it's 4 guys dressed as construction workers.
Seals says they were asking for a homeowner to sign the clipboard so they could dig nearby.
I was like, no. And he pulled out a gun like this and told me to get down.
Seals says they tied his hands and put a pillowcase over his head before dragging him into his grandfather's shop while they started working on the safe.
I tried to run away, and I got to the end of the house down there, and my hands were behind my back, and I just lost my balance and went down like this and fell on both my elbows. We'll cut those all up.
After that, they tied him up with an extension cord, kicking him and demanding the combination to the safe.
And one guy comes in, kneels next to me, and tells me, I swear on my 3 kids, if you don't tell me the combination, I'm going to shoot and kill you.
Eventually, he says they hit him with a crowbar and stuffed him into a corner of the shop while they brought in heavy machinery and ransacked the place, taking guns, over 30 boxes of ammo, and even things with high sentimental value like a one-of-a-kind bracelet.
It's silver rather than gold, and that's no justice.
And Seal's great-grandfather's war medals.
They're family emblems. They're just going to stay in the family. Those are irreplaceable.
His grandfather's truck was also taken, but it showed up this Wednesday. Now Seal says they are still left with the memory.
Just uncontrollably shaking like the worst I've ever. It was so scary.
And the destruction left in their wake.
What wasn't taken was pretty well damaged.
Seal says he hopes this doesn't happen to anyone else.
Somebody needs to recognize this guy and come forward so nobody else gets hurt or killed. I mean, it's come to that in this world where you can't even answer your door anymore.
The Pueblo County Sheriff's Office told us in a statement they are unable to comment on this case because it is still an active investigation. But they were able to tell us they have identified the suspect and no arrests have yet been made. Scott and Taylor, back to you. Yeah, Scott and Taylor, I'm live in front of one of the drop-off boxes in front of Centennial Hall on Cascade Avenue. Now, if you're like me and took some extra time to fill in your ballot, it's pretty easy. You just slip it in and you still have 2 hours to do so. I'm getting carried away in the 3rd annual Pueblo Chili Balloon Festival. Now, we were a go for liftoff Sunday morning. As you can see, 14 balloons filled the sky, and we are currently hovering right over Pueblo.
I'm excited to see them lift off the ground.
The Balloon Festival drawing in fans of all ages.
I was excited that I woke up at 30 in the morning.
That's why I'm here. The kids are the reason that we fly.
Pilots from all over the country inflating inspiration for the kids and passion on display for Pueblo to see.
I watched balloons. I crewed on a couple balloons back in the early 80s, and then I met my husband. I took him to Steamboat, and he went over and watched the mass ascension and came back just wide-eyed.
Even for those whose heart races at the thought of riding in a balloon.
I'm freaking out. We're already pretty high.
I get there and she has to sign this waiver. I said, well, what's this for? To be on a field? She goes, no, you're getting in the balloon. I said, wait a minute, I'm afraid of heights.
Barbara Hahn, piloting Mama's Incognito, would not allow her friend to back out of a life-changing experience.
Once we started lifting off in that, it was really nice. It was so serene and everything. I mean, it was peaceful. I mean, birds were going around you, but it was just beautiful going above and high above the ground.
This successful liftoff marked the last day of the Pueblo Chili and Frijole Festival. Reporting above Pueblo, I'm Rachel Saurer with Fox 21 News.